Body camera video released by LMPD shows the exact moments officers engaged the shooter at Old National Bank on Monday.
One of those officers remains in critical condition this morning. Let's get out to Jim Stratman and photojournalist Nelson Reyes live in downtown with more. Jim, good morning.
Good morning, Haley and Eric. Yes, that officer that you mentioned is Officer Nicholas Wilt. He's just been on the force for a few weeks. He graduated from the academy a couple of weeks ago before he got to this scene on Monday. You can see behind me, the memorial continues to grow for the now 5 victims of that shooting. We know that those 5 were killed, along with a number of injured as well. Some of those injured were police officers, including Officer Wilt. Yesterday, we got a look at some body camera footage from Officer Wilt's perspective and from Officer Connor Galloway's perspective. We're going to show you some of that right now, and we want to warn you that this could be hard to watch for some people. Now, the footage is going to begin from the perspective of Officer Wilt. He's pulling up to the Old National Bank, and on that video, you can still hear the pop, pop, pop from the gun of 25-year-old Connor Sturgeon. Police told us yesterday that that gun was a legally purchased AR-15. Sturgeon brought that weapon to the bank where he worked and opened fire into a conference room where bank employees were having a meeting. Now, after Officer Wilt and Officer Connor Galloway got out of their car and approached that building, Sturgeon opened fire on them. Officer Wilt was shot in the head.
As Officer Wilt is there and other officers begin to arrive, they attempted to go up the steps to rescue Officer Wilt. As they go up the stairs and attempt to rescue Officer Wilt, the suspect fires at them, trying to kill them in their process of trying to save Officer Wilt. When the suspect does this, he breaks out the glass and shoots again through the glass, breaking it out, where Officer Galloway can finally get the vantage point to see where this threat is coming from.
Now, Officer Galloway did fire the shot that killed Sturgeon. Officer Wilt remains in critical condition this morning. The officials from U of L Health told us yesterday that he is being closely monitored by members of their neurology team. And since this shooting happened, we have heard police emphasize over and over again that the response from Officer Wilt and Officer Galloway, along with the other first responders who arrived on the scene after them, really did work to save lives. And we continue to see this memorial grow for the 5 victims so far. But again, it's important to remember that this is something that could have been much worse had that response not been as quick as it was. Haley, Eric.